Good morning, everybody. Well, had a little bit of problem this week. We had a storm came through here, and we had a canopy over our shooting table and all of our stuff, and that's what's left of it. Pretty much gone. Let's pan around here and let you guys look at a little of this. You know, it's pretty disappointing when you spend all your time working out here and then you lose a $120 canopy overnight. So now what we have is we have all of our stuff is out in the weather. This is not going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all this moved out of the way, and we're going to come in here and start getting ready to build a shooting shed. Now I priced the canopy again, and it was $129. And what happens is first storm comes through, you end up here again, and all your stuff's wet. It took me a day to dry everything out, get it inside the other shed. So what we're going to do is we're not going to spend another $129 on a canopy. We're going to build a good 4x4, 2x6 shooting shed right here. And we're going to build it a little bigger than the canopy was, just because we're building it. And the thing about it is, I looked at a small metal building the size that I wanted, and that thing was over $1,000. And that didn't seem that high, but I went ahead and checked the price of lumber and all those different things that I would need, and I can actually build this shed turnkey for somewhere around $300. So rather than invest in a bunch of other stuff that I don't need or don't want, I'm going to build a shed like we want and put it in here. And so we're going to take you guys along for the ride here. I'm getting ready to move all this stuff and square us up a place to start putting the post in. So I'm going to stop filming right here and get some stuff ready, and we'll film off and on here where you guys can see what's going on. Maybe we'll get us a good shooting shed out here and get a range back up and going. As you guys can see, I've got it all squared up. I didn't video me squaring that up. You guys didn't want to see that. Okay, we got all the post holes dug. Got the post laying in there and getting ready to level everything up and put the concrete in. Once we do that, then we'll let it dry until tomorrow and we'll get started on putting the roof on. Okay, I want to show you guys something. You see that 2x4, the way I've got set up there? That's so that I can just put my board up there and it'll saddle in that and hold in place while I put the screws in it. And here's one of them that we're going to use on the other side that we've made. 2x4 and a 1/2-inch board. And what that mounts to is that 1/2-inch board spaced it out enough that you can get it in and out of there without struggling with it. Now, let me show you some other things here. Show you one of the upper boards that we put in using those things. That's the back side of the shed. And that way you don't have to struggle with it. It's kind of a one-man operation with me, and I have to figure out ways to do things that'll work for me without having to strain a whole lot. At my age, you got to think a lot, work a little. There's that guy again. All right, we'll stop right here and do a few more things and let you guys see some more. All right, that's it. Okay, there's our little jury rig deals to hold the 2x6 up while we mark it. Then we'll pull it down and cut everything in the angle it needs to be on. And then we'll set it back up there and put screws in it and go to the other side. I wanted to show you guys this. I just nailed those little 2x4s or 2x6s up there to hold that till I get those rafters up. Did that on both sides. And I'm just about to get this thing ready for the metal to go on. Let you guys see it here, back up a little bit. I was hoping to just get the roof framing up, rafters and all that today, but looks like I may get the sheet metal on it today, which would be good because I'm running against the rain. It's supposed to have rain tomorrow. If I can get that sheet metal on there today, man, I'm home free. Okay guys, I'm gonna quit talking. I gotta get back to work. Okay, there it is. I got a little left to do. I need to put the Y braces on it and put the trim around the metal work and get everything back in underneath it. But I'm gonna tell you guys, I've been working since 3 o'clock this morning. It's about 3:30 right now. This old man's starting to feel like he's had enough for one day. So I'm gonna just do a quick walk around video of this thing, let you guys see it, and then I'm gonna call it quits for today. I don't think I can go much more. But I didn't really think I'd get this much done to it, but I did, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so at least we're in the dry. I can live with that. Not too bad for a 8 or 10 hour. Well, I had to go get the lumber and stuff, so I've got about maybe 8 or 10 actual working hours in it, and just a tad over $300 money in the material and stuff, so I can live with that. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and quit it right there and go in and take a shower and rest a while. Good morning. We're out here getting ready to finish our shooting shed up, and I've made the Y braces, went ahead and drilled the holes and inserted some screws in here. We're gonna put these things in to stiffen up the roof a little bit more and stiffen the whole building up a little bit more. Gonna put them front and back. So I got this one ready. I'm gonna let you guys watch me install this one, then I'm gonna shut the camera off and install the rest of them. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me install every one of them. Okay, let's do this thing. All right, there's number one. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the camera off and finish them up. Okay, we're ready to go to the next step. We ran out of tube force, didn't finish our Y braces, but we got about 80% of it done. We got to get some more lumber. But the next thing we're going to do, at least for right now, is we're going to put the trim up on the building. And this is what we're going to use. It has a hunter green top on it, but we're going to use white trim. Not because we're making a fashion statement, but that's what we had. So we're going to use what we got. Okay, guys, I'm not going to film me putting the trim up because that's going to be time consuming, but I'll show you the building after we get it done, okay? All right, let me shut the camera off for now. All right, guys, for all intentional purposes, we've got this thing pretty much finished up. I got a couple of screws left put in some places, but pretty much finished up. And that's what it looks like. Got a place now to keep our stuff in the dry, and we can just come out here and shoot, and in the hot summertime we can have a little bit of shade. So I just want to let you guys see the finished product. We're going to kind of do a pan around here and let you guys look at it from at least 3 sides. Here's this guy right here. Okay, I kind of like that thing. I like that green top with that white trim. Makes it look a little bit better. Gives us a good place to shoot from. We're trying to improve our shooting range. Still got quite a bit to do, but we'll get there sooner or later. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, guys.